Hey y'all, this is Jamie. Welcome back to my channel and happy Halloween. Today I am going to be doing my final Halloween tutorial and I'm hoping to have this up early enough so that y'all can see and possibly still follow for tonight. So today we are going to be doing Poison Ivy. But before we get to that, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video. Also make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and if you liked seeing all of these Halloween tutorials, and hopefully I can do them for you next year as well. So now, without further ado, let's get into this. Alright, so like I said before, today we are going to be doing Poison Ivy. So I am going to be mainly inspired by Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy in the movie Batman and Robin. However, I am going to be doing a couple of little features from the Arkham Asylum version of Poison Ivy, like the green tinged skin. We're gonna go ahead and get into this. I have already started a little bit. I've already put on a bit of my base, so as y'all know, I don't wear foundation, but I would recommend if you do wear foundation, go a little bit lighter to have kind of that washed out look that especially the Arkham Asylum version of Poison Ivy tends to have. I did go ahead and put on concealer as well as primed my eyelids. I used the same thing. I used the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. So I'm gonna bring y'all in and we are gonna start with the eyes. All right, so I didn't really mention this in my intro, but I'm also going to be showing y'all how to do the hair. So we're gonna do that after we do the face. For my eyeshadow, I'm first gonna be going into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. So if you look at some still shots of Uma Thurman, she has kind of a darker crease shade, almost like a brown crease shade, and then the rest of it is green. I'm gonna go into the shade Sienna right here. It's kind of the more dark, warm tone shade, and I'm gonna use that in my crease. And I'm also gonna flick it out just a tad. And I'm not gonna do anything to my brows because we're gonna be covering them up. And we're gonna be going with the like leaf eyebrow look. I actually did some DIY leaf eyebrows, so we're gonna be using those. So I'm not gonna worry about my eyebrows. Not that I really ever do. Alright, so then to darken up the crease a little bit more, I'm going to grab the shade Mulberry right here. And I am going to go right into the crease with that one. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the glittery fun. So I am going to first lay down a glitter primer. This is the NYX Glitter Primer. So I'm going to put a little bit of that on the back of my hand. And I am going to put that all over my lid, kind of like as though I were creating a cut crease. But I'm just going to lay that primer everywhere that I want to put my glitter, which is pretty much all over the lid. Alright, so then for the glitter, this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Pigment, and this is in the shade Celtic Glow. So it has like a little, now if you were me and decided to be a little dumb butt and put the glitter in the cap, which is what I'm going to do again, make sure that you clean out the cap before you put it back on top, which I did not. Because it has this nice little lid so that the glitter doesn't make a mess, or the pigment doesn't make a mess. So I'm just going to put some of that in the lid. And I'm just going to grab it with this flat shader brush. This is the Luxie 245 small shader brush. And I'm going to put that everywhere that I put the glitter primer. Alright, so that is the look that we are going for. So I'm going to do the other eye off camera and I will be right back. Alright, so this is what we are looking like for our eyes right now. I'm going to go in with that Mulberry shade, the shade that we put in our crease. And I'm going to just darken it up a little bit. I am am then going to move on to eyeliner. I'm just gonna put a line across the lash line. I am using the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in Intense Black. So I'm going to take the Avon True Color Glimmersticks eyeliner in the shade Blackest Black, and I am going to tightline and waterline. So then I am going to take just a little added green look. I'm going to take the, I don't know what this is. Okay, I'm gonna take the NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a Turn On, that's a long name, Waterproof Extreme Shine Eyeliner. This is in the shade Esmeralda. I am going to go just below that black in my waterline on my lower lash line. There we go. I really like this, by the way. This is only, I think, my second time using this. It's really nice. All right, so one more thing and we will be done with the eyes. So for mascara, I'm gonna use the Essence Super Curl Volume Mascara. And I'm actually just going in on my upper lashes. When I was practicing this, I put them on my lower lashes and I just thought it looked like it was a bit too much. So I'm just going to put this on my upper lashes. I really like that. I feel like I can just walk out right now. Go to the grocery store. Even if you are not wanting to fully dress up, I think you can do this, stop here, and I think you'd be good. All right, so now I'm gonna move on to the rest of the face. So Poison Ivy isn't very bronzed, so I'm gonna skip out on bronzer, but I am going to go in with blush. So this is the e.l.f. Modern Metals Blush and Highlighter Palette. I am going to go in with this middle shade right here. All right, so I brought you guys back a little bit to see kind of the rest of my body. So I am so sorry. I assumed that I had a shirt or a top that would be perfect for this because green is one of my favorite colors and I feel like I look best in green. I have one green shirt and it's like an olive green. I don't know what I was thinking. So I'm sorry, I'm not wearing a green top or anything like that. So I am going to do a little bit of body paint and a little bit on my face. We're gonna go with a slightly green tinged skin look, like the Arkham Asylum version of Poison Ivy. You can use a green eyeshadow for this, kind of like I did with the with my fairy look and with my scarecrow look. If you have a green eyeshadow, that would work very well. I do not have a green eyeshadow, which again, I'm like, come on, Jamie, those are the colors that look best on you. Why don't you have them? But I don't have a green eyeshadow. So I was in Walmart the other day and I remember seeing these online, but I got the Wet n Wild paint palette. So they actually have several of these. Some of them, these are kind of the loud, like primary color shades. They also have some really pretty like fall-like shades, like maroons and things like that. They had several of them that looked really pretty, but I am going to be using this green shade right here. We're gonna paint a little bit along the side of my neck and then onto my shoulders and a little bit on my collarbones, my clavicle. So I'm just gonna grab a beauty blender. This is a damp beauty blender. And I'm just gonna go into that. I'm gonna go into that and we're just gonna, so you're kind of just gonna have like a slight tinge, green tinge to your skin. And I'm gonna go onto my shoulders as well. Pretend that this is like a green corseted top. I think that would be kind of the best one to wear. That is what Poison Ivy tends to wear. So I didn't want this to be all just like one shade of green. I wanted kind of all different shades, which is why you'll see My nails are kind of like a lime green, which by the way, my nails are the Pacifica nail color, 100% vegan, cruelty-free. This is in the shade Sea Monster. Really pretty shade. So we're going to now greenify our face. Just gonna grab kind of, this is the Real Techniques, I think it's called a crease brush, deluxe crease brush. And I'm gonna go into that green shade. I'm gonna slightly contour. So we're going to kind of right below the cheekbones. And then we're gonna move up. And kind of the same places where you would put your contour or your bronzer, that is where I am going to put the green. Doing half of my face right now, and then I'll do the rest of it off camera. This would also be good if you were going to be a sea monster, like my nails. All right, so that is about how I want it. So I'm gonna go off camera, do the other half of my face and my body, and I will be right back. All right, so now for highlighter. I am going to include highlighter. So since we are going with this green theme, I figured we need a green highlighter. So I did get this Naked Cosmetics highlighter palette in one of my beauty subscription boxes. So, and it comes with all these kind of iridescent, unique shades, like colorful highlights. So I am gonna go in with the green shade right here. Oh my gosh, you like can't see that. I'm gonna go in with that green shade, and I am going to highlight the regular places that I highlight. We're gonna go the tip of the nose, and I'm gonna go kind of right there in between the eyebrows. Okay. And up above the brows. Alright, Cupid's bow. So then with that same highlighting shade, the green, I'm going to put that in my inner corner. Oh, that is so pretty. So we kind of got like several different shades of green in our look. So the last part makeup-wise that we're gonna be doing is the lips. So the Uma Thurman Poison Ivy, she always seems to have more of a nude lip, but it's very glossy. That's kind of how she poisons her victims, by kissing them. So she has these like kissable, glossy lips pretty much the entire movie. I am going to go in first with a matte lipstick. This is the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquefied Lipstick. I did do a review on the Christmas set that this came in. I will link that in the cards above if you want to go look at that. This is the shade Sugar Cookie. I'm going to make this a little bit glossy so we can make our lips look irresistible. So I'm going to use the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Creme Brulee. I'm gonna go on top of that. So that is our finished makeup look. So now let's move on to the hair.
Alright, so for the hair, this is the look that we're going for, the half up and twisted buns, half down. So I'm going to brush my hair back first. Then I'm going to section the top part off, kind of like you would do for a French braid. So then I'm going to divide that into 4 even sections, or as even as we can get. And then we are going to, with each one, just going to kind of twist and wrap in a bun all the way around until we get to the end.
So Now I'm going to add just a little bit of ivy. I don't know if this is actual ivy, but I did go by Hobby Lobby. So this is a long strand of garland. I just cut like a little chunk out, and I'm going to kind of try and wrap it around to make myself a little bit of a leaf crown. So let's see. Okay, sorry guys, I had to go off camera to do that because I had to stand right up close to a mirror. I'm just so unbelievably nearsighted. I was trying to look into my laptop to see this, but it was just too far away. All right, so the last thing we need to do, which is what will complete this whole look, the eyebrows. I guess you can call them eyebrows. I feel like this is what she is known for, and once you have these, it's like, yes, you're Poison Ivy. These I made myself. I went to Hobby Lobby and just got some foam sheets. I got a template off of Pinterest. I will link that down below if you'd like to go get it. So for this one on the bottom, it actually has a sticky back, so it'll stick to your face. So if you are not able to find one with a sticky back, just use like lash glue or something like that. That is glue that is safe for your face. So obviously, I hope I don't have to say this. Don't use hot glue to hot glue this on your face. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. So the long part is what goes on the side of your nose. All right, so here we are. Now I will say this is already starting to kind of come up. So if you are going out somewhere and you're going to be wearing this for hours at a time, if you're going to a party, I would still recommend maybe gluing the sides that kind of have to curve over, you know, your skull. I would recommend kind of gluing those down still because these parts are actually starting to unstick already. So that is it for today's video. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I will say tonight is Halloween. Be careful, be safe. If you drink, do not drive. Always travel with a partner. Don't leave your drinks unattended. But have fun, happy Halloween, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye y'all.